This man is Dr. Harold Shipman, one of the most notorious serial killers in English history. How did this once respected physician turn into a monster who took advantage of his patients and ended their lives with a lethal injection of diamorphine? Disclaimer: the content of this video is based on various sources. Viewer discretion is advised, as the video may contain graphic and disturbing content. The seeds of his evil deeds were planted at a young age when his mother was diagnosed with lung cancer. As she lay dying in the hospital, Shipman watched as the doctor eased her pain with morphine. Little did anyone know that this moment would serve as the inspiration for his deadly modus operandi. Shipman's killing spree continued for over 2 decades, claiming the lives of an alleged 250 people. But on the outside, his life appeared normal as he married and had children. How did he manage to keep his dark secrets hidden for so long? Let's uncover the truth about the chilling crimes of Dr. Death in this true crime documentary. As a young doctor, Harold Shipman quickly climbed the ladder and secured a job as a general practitioner at a medical center in West Yorkshire. It was there, in March 1975, that he took his first patient, 70-year-old Eva Lyons, on the eve of her birthday. By this time, Shipman had acquired a large stash of diamorphine, enough to kill hundreds of people. But it wasn't until the following year that anyone became aware of his addiction. Despite being fired for forging prescriptions, Shipman remained on the General Medical Council, the regulatory body for doctors, and received only a warning letter. But this did stop him from continuing his killing spree, targeting the most vulnerable. His victims ranged from 93-year-old Ann Cooper to 41-year-old Peter Lewis. Investigators later discovered that Shipman stopped and restarted his killing spree many times over the course of his decades-long reign of terror. However, his modus operandi never changed. He would administer a lethal dose of diamorphine and either watch his victims die on the spot or send them home to their inevitable demise. Shipman began his killing spree in 1975 and continued it for over 2 decades. He targeted vulnerable patients, administering lethal doses of diamorphine and watching them die. His victims included 171 women and 44 men, with the oldest being 93-year-old Ann Cooper and the youngest being 41-year-old Peter Lewis. Despite suspicions from undertakers and a neighboring medical practice about the high number of deaths among his patients, Shipman's reign of terror continued until 1988. At this point, the Greater Manchester Police were called, but their investigation failed to uncover the truth. Shipman had covered his tracks by adding false illnesses to his victims' records, making it difficult for investigators to find any cause for concern. Even basic checks, like his criminal record, were not carried out. If they had been, they would have discovered that Shipman had forged prescriptions in the past. For years, Shipman preyed upon the vulnerable, injecting them with lethal doses of diamorphine and robbing them of their precious lives. It wasn't until he made a grave mistake, trying to forge the will of one of his victims, that his crimes were finally uncovered. But even then, the police investigation was riddled with oversights, allowing Shipman to continue his killing spree for far too long. As the bodies of his victims were exhumed, the true extent of his evil was revealed. Shipman had not only taken their lives, but he had also falsified their medical records, adding false illnesses to cover up his heinous crimes. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the darkest depths of the criminal world. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below, so don't forget to leave a comment and let us know what you think. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to follow us on social media for even more content and updates.